Hey guys, we all know it can be frustrating when your internet appears to be slow, so in this video I'm going to be going over my top tips on how you may be able to improve your speeds within Windows 11. So changing your DNS servers is often one of the easiest ways to optimize your internet because it can essentially improve the time it takes for your PC to resolve the IP address for the website or hostname you are connecting to. This is mainly because some ISP DNS servers simply don't perform very well, and we can improve this by changing them to something like Google. Cloudflare or OpenDNS are also good options. So the latest way to change your DNS servers is by right-clicking the Windows icon, going to Network Connections, and then clicking on Wi-Fi or Ethernet depending on whether you're on a wireless or wired connection. In my case I'm Wi-Fi. Then I would go to the properties of that connection. You scroll down where it says DNS server assignment and click edit to the side. You change this to manual, toggle IPv4, and then in the preferred DNS field type 8.8.8.8, and in the alternative type 8.8.4.4 and click save. This will then update your network settings to use these DNS servers instead of your service provider. So one of the ways to do this in previous versions of Windows would be to open up the run box from the search field, type in run and press enter. You would then type in ncpa.cpl and click OK. You would right click on the connection in question, in my case it's the wireless, go to properties, left click on the Internet Protocol version 4 and then click on properties, and then you would say use the following DNS server addresses. By checking that radio field you would type in 8.8.8.8 here and 8.8.4.4 in the alternative field and click OK and click close. So while not on by default, it's definitely worth checking to make sure it's not unintentionally on, as this will try to control and reduce your network throughput. People use this rate metered feature when they have a set contract amount of data with their providers to avoid additional charges. So to check this, you would right click on the Windows icon, left click on Network Connections, go to your connection, in my case it was Wi-Fi, go to the properties of this connection, and there you'll see metered connection. At this time it's on, toggle it off. If you're using a wireless connection, ensure to use 5 GHz if your PC and router both support it, as it provides higher data rates and is less prone to interference over 2.4 GHz. If you are using 2.4, try to ensure your router is configured to use either channels 1, 6 or 11 to avoid overlapping interference. You can use the Wi-Fi analyzer from the Microsoft Store to determine which frequency and channel is being used by you and your neighbouring wireless networks. So to get the Wi-Fi analyzer tool, click the Start menu icon and then click the Microsoft Store. Once loaded, type in Wi-Fi Analyzer in the search bar and click Get to download and install it. In my case it was already installed, so you just click Open. So once open, you're able to view several useful menus. The first menu, named Connected, contains all the information on your wireless connection, such as your channel, frequency and wireless protocol being used. The Analyze tab provides a useful graphical representation of the wireless networks within your vicinity and allows you to pinpoint which is the quietest channel to use. The Networks tab provides similar information but in a bar chart view. If you do want to change your channel, you would do so from your router's administrative interface, which is accessed from a browser. First of all though, you'll need to know the IP address of your router. So go to the command line by clicking in the search dialog box, opening up Run, typing in CMD and pressing enter. Once in the command line, type in ipconfig and press enter. There you will see the default gateway address, which in this case is at 192.168.1.254, and that is the IP that we'll use to access the router's interface. So within the browser you would simply type the IP address in, and you can see I've accessed it earlier, and then the main interface for your router is going to load up. Now obviously they're all different. There are literally hundreds of routers out there, all with different interfaces, so there's no point me going over it any further than this. It's kind of out of scope, but this is how you would get there to view the wireless information, the devices on your network, and also, more importantly, how to change the settings for the wireless. Windows Update Delivery Optimization works by allowing Windows updates and Microsoft Store apps from sources in addition to Microsoft. This could be other PCs on your local network or hosts out on the internet that are downloading the same files. It also has the potential to send updates and apps from your own PC to other PCs, and as you can imagine, this feature can affect both download and upload performance on your computer. To turn it off, right click the Start menu icon, go to Settings, go to Windows Update, click on Advanced Options, go to Delivery Optimization, and to toggle it off simply click here. You might want to keep it on, but with restricted download and upload throttles, and to do so you would simply click the Advanced Options again and change the absolute bandwidth, which could also be changed as a percentage, but you might want to just click this and then limit it to 1 and 5 for the background and foreground respectively. You can also change the upload settings as well, but I recommend just keeping the whole thing turned off. Updating your network drivers could improve the performance, stability and compatibility of your network card. It can also fix many bugs and is super easy to do. So type in Device Manager in the search dialog box at the bottom and press enter. Locate your network adapter, whether it be wireless or wired. In my case it's wireless. You right click that adapter and you left click Update Driver. Search for the driver automatically from the Microsoft Driver Store, and if there is an update available it will tell you, and then you can install it. In my case I had the best driver already. You may have unwanted background applications consuming network bandwidth that you simply weren't aware of. We can disable these, but firstly let's determine which applications or processes there could actually be. Right click the taskbar, left click Task Manager, and within the Processes menu you can see the column showing the network throughput for each process, and this should be able to tip you off as to which applications are hogging your network bandwidth. Once we have determined the application that we don't want running, we can try and disable it. Right click the Start menu icon and click Settings. Left click on Apps. Then go to Startup. This will show all the applications which are starting up as the PC boots, and if you see the app you don't want, simply toggle it to off and it will no longer automatically run. Another area you can go to access background permissions is in the Installed Apps section. So if we go back to Apps, click in Installed Apps. Not all apps have the advanced options, but you will see after clicking the 3 dots as to which do. It depends on the developer, but if it does, you can control the background app permissions and change it to never if that's what you want. So in this case, Adobe Acrobat does not have advanced options, but some of them may do. For example, if we go down to the Wi-Fi analyzer, this does. Click advanced options and you can see the background apps permissions, where you can then toggle it to never. This is just a handful of ways to potentially improve your network performance, and in no way does this include everything. More content will be covered in a future video, so please make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks for watching today. Take care.